Hello everyone, welcome back to maths class, chapter number 13, Pythagoras theorem. The next exercise, exercise 13b. Question number 1. In the given figure below, AD is perpendicular to BC. Prove that C square is equal to A square plus B square minus 2AX. Let us observe the given diagram. In this triangle ABC, a line AD is perpendicular to BC. We know that if a line is perpendicular, then the angle formed will be equal to 90 degree. Hence, we can say that angle ADB is equal to angle ADC is equal to 90 degree. And it is in the problem, sides are marked like this. AB is marked as C, AC is marked as B, and AD is marked as H, and BD is marked as A minus X, and DC is marked as X. So if you observe the given diagram carefully, we can find two right angle triangles. One is triangle ADB, where angle D is 90 degree. Hence, the side opposite to angle D will be equal to AB. So, if you apply the Pythagoras theorem for triangle ADB, the square on hypotenuse is equal to sum of the squares of other two sides. So, hypotenuse is AB. The remaining two sides are AD and BD respectively. Hence, the result will be equal to AB square is equal to AD square plus BD square. Similar manner, one more right angle triangle we can notice here, that is triangle ADC. At the point D we have a right angle, so the side opposite to angle D is AC and the remaining two sides are AD and DC. So apply the Pythagoras theorem. AC square is equal to AD square plus DC square. Make a note of it, children. When I am explaining, please kindly look at the diagram. So you need to understand geometry only with the help of diagram. Don't listen only the explanation. While I am explaining, kindly concentrate on the given diagram in your textbook. Now let us solve this problem here. Consider the first triangle ABD, as angle ADB is 90 degree. According to Pythagoras theorem, AB square is equal to AD square plus BD square. Then substitute the given values. C square is equal to H square plus of A minus X square. And if you equate this result to H square, it results as C square minus of A minus X whole square. Why we are equating this to H square? Why? Because in both the triangles, that is in triangle ABD and triangle ACD, ADH is the common. So consider the one more triangle, that is ACD, as angle D is 90 degree. Apply the Pythagoras theorem. AC square is equal to AD square plus DC square. Substitute the values of B, H and X. And again here also we can find in both the equations H is common. So rewrite the equation in terms of H. From result number 1, we got H square is equal to C square minus of A minus X whole square. And from result number 2, we got H square is equal to B square minus X square. Let us equate result number 1 and result number 2. Once you equate result number 1 and 2, here we can find A minus B whole square identity. Apply and expand, that is A square plus X square minus 2AX. Remove the bracket, multiply all the terms with minus which is in the bracket. Now try to do the simplification accordingly. X square will get cancelled over here and C square will be equal to B square plus A square minus 2AX. So as we need C square, so all the other terms are shifted from left hand side to right hand side. By after shifting, plus X square minus X square will get cancelled and the remaining values is C square is equal to A square plus B square minus 2AX. Hence we have proved. Question number 2. In an equilateral triangle, AD is perpendicular to BC and BC is equal to X centimeter. Find in terms of X the length of AD. So three informations are very much clear here. One is a triangle ABC. it is mentioned as equilateral triangle. So the concept should go to your mind, children. If it is an equilateral triangle, it says that all the sides and all the angles are equal in an equilateral triangle. And AD is perpendicular to BC means there is a chance to obtain a right angle as the line is perpendicular. So let us proceed with the diagram and the statement. So consider a triangle ABC so that AD is perpendicular to BC and the value of BC is given as x centimeter. It is clearly mentioned in the question that it is an equilateral triangle, so hence all the sides will be equal to x centimeter and we need to measure the length of AD. As AD is perpendicular to BC, in an equilateral triangle, the perpendicular line drawn from the opposite vertex to the base, it divides the base into two equal parts. Hence, BD will be equal to DC will be equal to x by 2 centimeter. Next, let us consider any one triangle here. Consider triangle ADC where angle ADC is 90 degree. By Pythagoras theorem, AC square is equal to AD square plus DC square. Observe the diagram, children. There is a right angle at the point D. So find out the opposite side as the hypotenuse. Substitute the values. X square is equal to AD square plus of x by 2 whole square. Equate the equation for AD square as we need to find the value of it. So x square minus x by 2 whole square is x square minus x square by 4. Take the LCM. It results as AD square is equal to 3x square by 4. Shift the square to the other hand side. It becomes square root. So root 3 x square. Root 3 value is root 3 only. Root 3 x square, square root of x square is x and square root of 4 is 2. Hence the value of AD is root 3 into x by 2 centimeter. Question number 3. ABC is a triangle right angled at B. M is a point on BC. Prove that AM square plus BC square is equal to AC square plus BM square. So we need to consider a right angle triangle ABC where it is right angled at B. So take a diagram here. ABC is a right angle triangle. At the point angle B is 90 degree. M is just a point on BC. It is not said as perpendicular. Please make a note of it, children. M is just a point here which is on BC. And if you join AM, here I can find two right angle triangles. One is triangle ABC, the big triangle. And the second one, the triangle ABM, a part of the big triangle. So for both the triangles, I can apply a Pythagoras theorem. Why? Because angle B is common in both the case. Let us proceed in the same manner. Consider triangle ABM, identify the hypotenuse, apply the Pythagoras theorem. In a similar manner, consider the one more triangle ABC, identify the right angle and the hypotenuse accordingly, and hence it results as AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. Just observe both the results. In both the result, AB is common. So let us rewrite the equation in terms of AB. AB square is equal to AM square plus BM square. Here AB square is equal to AC square minus BC square. So now we can equate result 1 and result 2. So after equating result 1 and result 2, if you just rearrange the terms, then we are going to get what we are in need of it. That is AM square plus BC square is equal to AC square plus BM square. Hence it is proved. Question number 4. M and N are the midpoints of the sides QR and PQ respectively of triangle PQR right angled at Q. Prove that. There are 4 sub-questions, children. First one, PM square plus RN square is equal to 5MN square. In geometry, the basic concept and the basic idea behind finding the solution is to observe the given diagram if it is given If not, to draw the required diagram and identify all the given statements in the question. So till now, first three problems what we have solved, I just said how to solve it and you people have understood this. But in geometry, you should learn how to proceed. We cannot say question number 4 you do it in this way, question number 3 you do it in this way. You need to think over how to apply a result. So let me go in deep into this. The next slide what I'm going to explain is only for your learning purpose. Don't copy that. So let us identify what is given first. M and N are the midpoints of the sides of QR and PQ respectively of a triangle PQR right angled at Q. Now let us go in reverse manner. We need to have a right angle triangle PQR where it is right angled at Q, and M and N are the midpoints of the sides QR and PQ respectively. At the point Q, it is a right angle. So, in the given diagram, we can find many right angle triangles. Let us try to identify which are all those. Observe this, children. Observe the given diagram here, children. Here you can find a diagram. In this, as it is given in the question that M and N are midpoints of QR and PQ. Hence, on the line PQ, the point midpoint N can divide into two parts, that is QN, PN. We can say that PQ can be twice the QN, or QN or PN can be half of PQ. Similar manner, M is the midpoint of QR. So hence we can say that QR can be equal to twice the QM or twice the MR. Hence it can be also said as QM is equal to MR is equal to half of QR. So these are the results that we can draw out from the given statement that M and N are midpoints. So as I said, children, in geometry, first we need to recognize what is given in the question, how the statement can be understood with the help of a diagram, and with the given statement, what are the results that we can obtain. So from one statement that M and N are midpoints of QR and PQ respectively, we are going to get these output results. Just mark it out and keep it in your mind. I am just explaining how to think, children. No, don't write down these things in your notebooks. First, let me explain how to think. Later, I will go into the solution. If you observe the given diagram carefully, at the point Q, you have a right angle. That means to say, triangle PQR can be a right angle triangle. So come on, say what will be the results of Pythagoras theorem. Angle Q is right angle. So in triangle PQR, PR square is equal to PQ square plus QR square. First result. Second one, if you consider the second diagram, PQM can be a right angle triangle where it is right angled at Q. The second result, what I am going to obtain is PM square is equal to PQ square plus QM square. And the third one, the triangle RQN, where it is right angled at Q. Hence the result will be Rn square is equal to Qn square plus QR square. Result number 3. And result number 4 here, the small triangle QMN, where it is right angled at Q, we are going to obtain a result Mn square is equal to Qn square plus Qm square. So now we have totally 4 output results of Pythagoras theorem and 2 output results of the given statement that M and N are midpoints. So with this 6 outputs, we need to prove the given sub-questions. Now you need to think to get the given sub-question, to prove it, which result you need to use and how to substitute the given values. Now onwards, what I am going to explain will be the solution. You can note down this in the notes. I hope this slide is very much clear for you children. I have shown this only to make you to understand how to think to solve the given question. In the same diagram, consider triangle PQM. So PQM, Q is right angle. So hence the hypotenuse will be PM square. So PM square is equal to PQ square plus QM square. And the second triangle is QRN, where you can find right angle at Q. Hence it results as NR square is equal to NQ square plus QR square. Mark it as result number 2. So let us add result 1 and result 2. Add left hand side and right hand side respectively. Left hand side we have PM square plus NR square, and on the right hand side we have PQ square plus QM square plus NQ square plus QR square. Hence what happens? So now we cannot simplify whatever the result we have got, we cannot simplify. So if you think over, we can just note down that M and N are midpoints. So PQ can be replaced by 2 times QN and QR can be replaced by 2 times QM. Proceed in the same manner. After substitution, you can just find out here 2QN whole square will be 4QN square and 2QM whole square will be 4QM square, and the remaining things remains the same. If in the diagram you can note down there is one more term with Qn or Nq, both are one and the same. 4Qn plus Nq will be equal to 5Qn square. In a similar manner, Qm square plus 4Qm square will be equal to 5Qm square. So hence take out 5 as a common factor. We are going to get the result PM square plus NR square is equal to 5 into Qn square plus Qm square. But in the question it is asked we need Mn square. So what to do? Please observe the diagram, children. We have one more small triangle. With this we can get that Pythagoras theorem, angle MQN is 90 degree. Mn square is equal to Qn square plus Qm square. So this fourth result can be substituted in result number 3 to get the required solution. Hence PM square plus NR square is equal to 5Mn square. So to get the solution, we used the result of 3 triangles. So 2 triangles results we have added and the midpoint has been substituted, and we have taken the third result, the one more triangle result, to equate the given values, and hence PM square plus NR square is equal to 5Mn square. I have drawn the diagram at various points, children. It is not necessary to draw. Only if you want for your understanding purpose you can draw. Otherwise it is compulsory to draw diagram only at once, not with all the solutions. Now second sub question is 4PM square is equal to 4PQ square plus QR square. So it is 4PQ square plus QR square. By mistake one more 4 came here. Remove this, children. 4PM square is equal to 4PQ square plus QR square. So how to find out this? So observe all the results. Let us consider the result 1 and result 1. PM square is equal to PQ square plus QM square. So we know that here already we have PM. Here we have PM square we need. But here we need 4PQ square and QR square. So what to do? In the place of QM, we can replace half of QR whole square. It results as 1 by 4 QR square. Take an LCM and shift 4 to the left hand side. It results as 4PM square is equal to 4PQ square plus QR square. In the similar manner, consider the result number 2, what we have obtained, and in the place of Qn, substitute half of PQ and find out the solution in the same manner by taking an LCM. You are going to get the answer 4Rn square is equal to PQ square plus 4QR square. This is the solution for sub question 3. Hence we have proved. And to find out the last solution, question number 4, sub question 4, let us consider the 6th result as well as the 7th result, what we have obtained, that is result sub question 3 and sub question 2 and sub question 3. Add these two results. 4pm square plus 4rn square is equal to 4pq square plus qr square plus pq square plus 4qr square. It is differentiated with different colors only to make you to understand, children. On the left hand side, take out 4 as a common factor. It results as pm square plus rn square. On the left hand side, it is add 4pq square plus pq square. It results as 5pq square. Similar manner, qr square plus 4qr square is 5qr square. So if you take out 5 as a common factor, it results as pq square plus qr square. Just take this bracket outside the square, children. This is pq square plus qr square. Don't put square after the bracket. Before the bracket only square should be there. Close the bracket after square here. Now we need pr square. But what we have on right hand side? We have pq square plus qr square. What to do? Observe the diagram and the result over here. The first diagram, we know that in triangle PQR, by Pythagoras theorem, we can say that PR square is equal to PQ square plus QR square. So substitute the result number 9 in result number 8. Hence we can say that 4 times PM square plus RN square is equal to 5 PR square. So here we have 4 sub questions, but in the exams you will be asked to solve only 1 or 2. Only this type of problems you need to take care of very much carefully, children. As I said, follow the same method. Whenever if you are solving the geometrical problems, first draw the diagram if it is not given. If the diagram is given, kindly note down all the points on the diagram and list out the results on one corner side as a rough work. From the diagram, what are the results you can note down, and from the given statement, what output you can draw from the given diagram. Then later go to try to think which you can apply to get the solution which is asked in the question. Thank you, children. Have a nice day.